Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal, where we are playing Ecruteak City. This is turn 37. Let's jump into things. Okay, so, everything that we're doing right now is in that push towards the rush. So we're gonna gloss through all this stuff and then talk about that a little bit. We have cast Auspex and been ridiculously lucky, right? Flailing Forest, Rune of Air, and Blasted Heath. All here in Second Forest, so that's 2 Air Gems and a Nature Gem. Boost Air Ritual by 2 provinces, and another 2 Air Gems. So in a single turn, we over-doubled our Air Gem intake. Our Air Gem intake. Ugh, word's hard. So really cool, really good. We've got multiple reanimations, Twiceborn, more reanimations. We built a historical school and kindergarten. Got an arcane probing that found nothing. More reanimations, more Twiceborn. Search on Kish that found nothing. And we have a couple of battles. So we have a battle here in CERN where Cyanwood City has attacked. It's just that little scout going back and forth. This time, the Hitmonlee does not land directly on the commander, and it gets popped. That is that. Easy. Next up, we have a battle in Arcatus, where... this is just... Yeah, this doesn't matter. This is just us killing off a cool trainer. We have a battle in Greenwoods and Kevin. These are actual battles. So in Greenwood, we sent a stack against these dire wolves and wolves. This is no contest. So easy peasy. We have a volley or two that stopped the wolves in their tracks, and then that was 3 Ghastlies lost. Bad, and then a battle in Kevin versus Cyanwood City. Again, another stack. He put some province defense here to try to help. But there's a lot of ghosts here. There's not much he's going to be able to do. And... assuming these guys aren't on hold and attack, apparently. Probably more losses in this one. And less, actually. We lost 2 hunters. Unexpected event in Sea of Woe. Massive famine. Lost a lot of population, lost some gold, which is really unfortunate because we can't be losing gold right now. Another event in Wesh where we gained air gems. Worldwide event for evocations and for luck +1. Pretty cool. And then as soon as we started patrolling in Cyanwood, we just discovered 50,000 scouts. Like, all of these are in Cyanwood. It's almost like someone was having a dance party. I have no idea why Viridian City has so many scouts here. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever, right? Patrolling troops in Cyanwood City have killed a shit ton. Part of the problem, though, is we just generate a shit ton back, so it's kind of a lose-lose. And then we've got a massive amount of promotions, both in Cyanwood City, but also in other locations. Kitty Kitty Meow Meow, God of Vermilion City, has been permanently vanquished. And Om Nom 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 Nom, God of Cyanwood City, has been permanently vanquished. So two nations out in a single turn. Vermilion City's been AI for a long time. Cyanwood City has been in its last vestiges for a long time, so... and now we have Seaboy lives as a Haunter champion. Very cool. Alright, what are we doing this turn? More of the same. The Swamp of Solitude stack continues its journey towards Cyanwood City. The Avast stack continues its journey towards Cyanwood City, picking up things as we go, right? Once we get there, we should have roughly... I think it's going to be like 180 siege strength, which is still not very good, but I think that's probably what we're going to pull the trigger with. We might, over the course of the next few turns, be sending a bunch of Junior Trainer Boys. Junior Trainer Boys can go so far, actually. So, I'm not sure. We'll see. But there's definitely the possibility that we try to send more reinforcements there. We'll just have to kind of figure it out. I probably am going to send someone like Seaboy, the Hunter Champion, along, but I'm trying to give him an opportunity to heal this chest wound first. So yeah, I'm also considering sending Casper along as well and bringing back one of the Ghastly champions, or just spawning a new one here, because Casper actually has 7.3 siege strength on his own, and I was considering, I didn't find anything, but I was considering trying to like find him some sort of gear to like forge to increase his siege capacity in some way, shape, form, or fashion. There's a lot of like earth gear that can do that, but I don't know that we have access to anything. But that's something that I'm going to look over the next couple of turns and see if there's anything. Gloves of the Gladiator, strength +3, right? That is, in theory, that will boost his freaking stuff, and we can make it. So we're gonna look for options like that. Any way to kind of like pad out additional siege strength and make it to where we can take Sleepy Mountains. We're also continuing to reinforce Ba'an Kish. We're continuing to reanimate and reinforce in Swamp of Solitude. We can't build anything in Ba'an Kish because we keep losing money, unfortunately. Even after all that patrolling, we're still at 187 unrest. Very, very unfortunate. We are, I didn't talk about this in the last video, but we built schools here in Cyanwood City, and we're actually training in them this turn with Kimono 22 and Kimono 21. 22 has a couple of different individuals that are pretty close, right? Some that are not as close, but a couple that are pretty close. And then 21 has a bunch of people that are like right on the cusp, right? So we're basically trying to take this last turn or two, because we got 2 turns before the Avast group hits, just to try to get as much little boost and power as we can. If we take an example like a Gengar, right? They have better stats all around. They have at base they have 9 strength, right? Versus a Haunter, say at base having 7 strength, versus I don't even know if we have any Ghastlies here. A Ghastly having 4 strength, right? So just a little bit incremental improvements there. Just trying to eke out as much as we can, just like we are doing over in Ecruteak City with Morty and his mass group that he is attempting to get up to kind of like Haunterhood before the big fight. So timetable-wise, right, we are still on our same timetable. We're continuing to recruit schoolgirls and not much else, because we want to try to put a temple and a lab down here in Ba'an Kish. That might be a fool's errand. We might not actually achieve that, but we will see. We're killing off some more Junior Trainer Boys this turn. This will probably be our last Junior Trainer Boys for a very long time. We are 2 turns away from Enchantment 6. Very cool. What else? What else? What else? Oh, let's talk about something board-wise. So Olivine City, and this is actually really good for us. Olivine City and Mahogany City have been at war for a little while. Viridian City's also been at war with Mahogany City. Mahogany City just lost a battle in their capital. Olivine took Mahogany City's capital this turn. It was a big fight, but I think it basically spells the end for Mahogany. Now, of course, they still have a couple of different provinces spread around, but Mahogany has basically said, yeah, there's nothing much I can do anymore. So Olivine is going to be taking Mahogany City and probably vicariously also taking Goldenrod City. And this is kind of put a target on Olivine City all of a sudden. Kisses. And this is a great thing for us, right? Because a target on Olivine City is a target that's not on us. In fact, to the point of fact, Azalea actually contacted me and messaged me, hey, what do you think about, attacking Olivine City? And I was like, that sounds great. I'm all for it. I even threw out a scenario of I'm considering attacking some of his pond holdings, right? And I do plan to attack Olivine City. I just very specifically plan to attack their throne. And I'm just hopeful that this is going to keep some of the heat off me, right? Azalea has my number as far as troops go, so this, honestly, this throne rush is kind of the only hope I have. I don't think if this throne rush fails, I don't think we have a legitimate chance to win. So, we're going to keep our noses to the grindstone as far as that goes. We're continuing to reanimate a whole bunch. We're continuing to make quite a few coral blades. We continue to actually store those up, and those are basically entirely for the concept of tossing them on schoolgirls and having enough to be like, here you go, most of your schoolgirls have more hit points. Also, this is something that we hadn't been doing, but this is something we're probably going to do for the next few turns. We're forging crystal matrices, and we're probably going to forge those every turn or so. We've got 4 earth gems and 7 astral pearls per turn. Plenty to keep forging crystal matrices every turn from now until the end. And those are going to be invaluable for, I don't know, putting on a ghastly champion. We didn't get very lucky. We've got a couple of junior trainer boys that lucked into astral instead of air. But putting more junior trainer boys into communions is going to be a very big deal for us. Maybe putting some ghastly champions, like actual ghastly champions, into communions will be a pretty big deal for us, maybe. That could be cool. We've got other options, right? The concept of good examples. I guess we don't have any good examples. This would be something that would be very powerful for us throughout the game, right? Having access to schoolgirls and having access to so many communion slaves and being able to very easily put anybody into a communion that we wanted to, right? Because a crystal matrix is cheap, honestly, for what it does. So that's cool. We're gonna be doing that. And I think that's pretty much it. That's kind of the big go-to. I'm trying to make these videos interesting, but there's only so much that's actually happening between each of these turns, because we're not at war. Our research goals are very basic, and it's basically just moving towards the inevitable heat death of the universe. So, fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed that we would get a bunch of Gengars here, and that helps. Fingers crossed that, our Titan can help things out. I think that he's going to be able to kind of help push things over the edge with his strength. Fingers crossed. But I don't really. I'm grasping at straws. And here's the other thing, right? Olivine City is obviously busy trying to finish off Mahogany in hopefully enough of a time frame for us to be able to pull this off. the more forces that he doesn't have focused down here, the less he'll be able to potentially bring to bear, right? Because that's the scenario. Even if we pop the fort in one turn, right? If he is able to send enough there to stop us from storming it and taking it over, then it doesn't really matter, you know. So that's a big part of all of this, a big part of the luck involved with this scenario. Fingers crossed. See how it goes. All right, that's going to be it for the turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.